It's the ride along, say what? We rollin' rough, keep up, what's up? It's the ride along, say what? And they ain't sweating the snow, you know.
Yeah, and some things matter because maybe if I didn't live in the projects and they didn't have the music out, like, you know, the little block parties and stuff like that, and I didn't have like my neighbor coming to me saying, "Oh, I bet you can't rhyme like such and such. It's rhyming, you know, he rhyming to the beat." That's what they used to say back in the b-boy days. He rhyming to the beat, and you know, he used reverse psychology on me, and it worked.
You're like, I could do that. It's not a problem. I could rhyme
Yeah,
like that. That's easy.
Yeah, and it's funny how things fall into place because in junior high school, I had a homeroom teacher whose specialty was English lit. So she had us reading all, you know, Catcher in the Rye,
Right.
and you know,
Shakespeare.
yeah, we would have spelling bees and everything all the time in the classroom. So between her and my mom, you know, her name is Miss Vidal. I don't know if she's listening to this or whatever.
Shout out to Miss Vidal.
That's vital.
Yeah.
That's very, very vital. So that was like multiple.
Yeah, the pieces, how it fits together.
That helped you with the triplet flow, because you the originator of the triplet flow, bro.
Nah, that's DNA, bro.
That's DNA.
Too many words, and I wanted to say that's when your ego kicks in. It's like, I need to fit everything that I feel like saying in this one line.
Yeah.
And you know, in 6 teams it didn't fit, so I doubled up on a couple of words so that I could fit it in. And my DJ at the time, DJ Cool KG, he was like, you should do that more often. And so I started, you know, incorporating it more and more. And depending upon like the time signature of the beat, it would determine whether it is in 24ths or just in 30 seconds. It's slow, you know, 30 seconds. Because what they doing now is like 12s, like the mumble rap, you know, yeah. But I ain't. Hey,
What do you call it? Raggedy rap?
I ain't gonna press.
That's something. That's actually something. It's not the triplet flow. That's something completely different.
Oh, completely different. Okay.
But I know what you're talking about that.
Yeah. So you know, different time signatures, and that's when I started moving into that whole thing. And then you have innovators who were doing speed rap, but it was still 6 teams, like, you know, the Treacherous 3. Was doing a lot of that, you know, headed, you know, by Cool Mo D. You know, he was doing a lot of that. And that's basically, I just moved on from there. It's just, and like what we were talking about earlier, it's a feeling. And it's like, you know, when you have that time, it's just something inside. It's something that you can't really explain. That just, you know, an expression when you know, like you. I mean, everybody's been on the dance floor, you know, and like you just catch one and you just some extra shit, you know.
You felt that, yeah.
Yeah, being in your chest, like, yeah, I'm hot right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you throw your arms up. And
Right,
shit,
right.
You know,
That's when
do
you're
some
feeling
shit.
it.
You get that Soul Train look in your eyes and all that shit, like, you know.
Get in this way.
Right. So, yeah. you know, I did the Soul Train line. They be looking like everything they doing is bad important. That shit is important. Like, yo, I'm changing the world with this shit right now. You know.
Cabbage Patch is lit.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's sort of the same thing, except it's in my heart.
Yeah.
And I express it, you know, through lyrics and through not just the lyrics and what I'm saying via poetic license, but in the timing.
Right.
You know, I think that the timing is also a skill set and specialty craft, which is taken for granted nowadays because of Pro Tools, because you can move your lyrics anywhere. So, you know, a lot of artists, they don't have to be locked in anymore. They can just say it, and then the engineer, you know, that's what they learn. You know,
wow.
that's what they learn. Still here, and you know, if we love it, then we have to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be out here in whatever capacity, whether you're a promoter, whether you're an artist, whether you're an engineer, whether you're all of those things, it's incumbent upon us to instill these things as being important, because that'll maintain the craft.
Right.
You know, because one day you'll have a bunch of individuals who do it the way that it's being done now.
Right.
And then you have somebody who has it from back when, the cadence, you know what I'm saying, the vocal projection, all the intangible things that people think don't really matter, because, you know, EQing and, you know, auto-tune and Pro Tools editing can fix. So you'll have somebody, they'll be like a messiah. You know what I'm saying? Like a messiah. You got a skill set. Oh, he can do all of that without Pro Tools and, you know, auto-tune. And so let's keep it a buck. JAZ has kept my name alive during, you know, the hiatus. And not saying that he was pumping my name. I'm just saying because anybody who knows the origins of things, then they understand that. So I credit him for that, and I credit myself for planting the seed that grew and blossomed into something that was productive. So, you know, yeah. So then I had the liberty and convenience to take a hiatus and then come back and do what I need to do. And what's even more so, what's more of a blessing, you could say, is under, or not necessarily under, but by his blessing, by his cosign for, I mean, let's be real, for what he is and what he stands for right now in the industry. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's very important that we understand that. And I told people in the past that, you know, they asked about things like that, and I said, well, you know, I'm not worried about it, because I exist and we all exist in quantum. So if I represent the origin of a lot of what he has done, or, you know, up to now, and not taking the credit for what he has done, so when he gets here, I'm still here. So when he gets up here, right, I'm still up here. So, you know, so more power to him. And not just because of my elevation, but, you know, I wish the best for him anyway. But it doesn't hurt, and it damn sure don't hurt for me to be glad that, you know, I benefit from his success as well.
Start with the Foxy Brown beat. So how did you develop that? Okay.
Yeah, I was asked about, it was 7 Minutes of Funk. That's the original sample.
Yeah.
And so a couple of other DJs took a swing at it, you know, upon Jay-Z's request, and they said it didn't sit right, because it doesn't, because, you know, it's a live band, so the beats per minute, you know, graduated as the song progressed. So basically he was like, yo, I need you to put this together, because I know if anybody could do it, you could do it. So I underwent the same modus operandi as anybody else would do. You know, I put it in the drum machine, sampled it, then I said, hold, let me see something. Let me chop it up. So I chopped it into 5 pieces, you know, the main parts of what you hear. So when the measure comes around, the first kick, it comes in at the end of the third bar, if you will. So it comes in before, so I had to like just play it live. So I ended up doing it in the back then all we had was the MPC 60, the Kai machine. So I just put these 5 samples, these chopped up pieces of what you hear that sounds like a loop.
Right.
And I just did it live for like 5.5 minutes on on 2-inch. Yeah, and we recorded it direct to 2-inch reel. That's why you don't hear no drums on top of it. It's just basically the song, but I boom, 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 boom.
What up, boo? Just keep me laced in the illest snakes. Bank rolls and shit. Back rubs in the French tub.
So like, hey.
That's how it popped off. And